Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Today's been a chaotic end of the week, bit of insanity. So
they can't see everyone running to get the donuts.
They can't see you guys running to get your donuts, so it's fine. Our party was just scattering to the four winds.
Oh, wait, is it bullshit on Matt?
It's all on me. It's fine, guys.
Damn it!
That's all right. So anyway, guys, welcome back. We have a few announcements. First off, thank you once again, chat, for getting me this awesome DM's cloak. We'll see at which points of the evening it becomes perfunctory. Also, apparently, we had a load of other gifts that arrived.
Yeah. Let's come over this. So, the chat room knew you guys had a big battle today, so possibly. So they wanted to help you guys out. So, Marisha, if you.
Oh my god!
That's great.
Yes.
And this is for you.
What? Yes.
I'm not sure who the elf ears are for. That's probably one of you guys. Actually, you know what? I think these are for. I have the bear trinket and the ears.
Oh goodness,
you got it.
That's amazing.
I'll let you open that, good sir, because I don't want to.
Oh my god, you guys, he's a puppet.
It's a
Oh my god.
It's a trinket puppet.
Shut up.
Feel inside.
I'm not sure what that's for.
This has
Oh
to
my
be
god.
Dragonborn.
Yeah.
I think, Orion,
Dragonborn?
this is
Oh shit!
Dragonborn.
We also
to put your material components in.
Do you want one elf ear and I'll have one elf ear?
Oh,
That's so
cool.
I'm pretty sure we have a gun on the way or something. Someone messaged us. I'm like,
You just ship him a Glock.
so.
Thank you for this. Who?
I'll have to look that up. We had so much stuff. I'll look it up.
Please look it up. We wanna
This
thank
is
you
for
before the end of the
Scanlan.
show.
He's on his way, and then we have
It's
the.
like a. This is
mouse
made of
here.
dragon.
I gotta see the flute though.
I believe this is for Grog.
Thank you.
Oh my god.
If I'm getting any of these wrong, the chat room will yell at me and we'll figure it out.
Yeah,
we'll
please
fix it.
figure it out.
But obviously we know who this is for.
Yeah, we'll,
so.
we'll pass it over to his side there.
The only other announcement I have, guys.
It's all liquid.
Thank you all so much for helping us reach the shirt goal.
Yes, thank you so much.
You have a couple more hours to get the shirts if you don't have them yet, but we're not gonna push it on you. You guys we already reached the goal, so
Yeah.
thank you all so much. But if you still want one, I think you have like 4 more hours, and then they're gone, and that shirt is no longer available.
It's done after this. So.
Done.
Kind of wearing
Oh, you're
one.
wearing
guys.
Kind of wearing.
Yeah.
It's this but gray.
Ryan, can you hand me those pictures that I had sitting there? Where'd those go? Our giveaway tonight is when we get to 2,950 subs, we're gonna give away a 5th edition Player's Handbook sign, as well as a signed photo of the Critical Role crew here.
Yeah.
So every 50 subs, we'll give away this with a 5th edition signed Player's Handbook, and that's pretty much it. That's all I got.
Yeah.
Good luck. I hope you guys die.
No! Oh,
Moose.
Oh, there we go.
Close.
There we go. And also,
Oh,
Percy.
yes.
for Percy, you get your own
Yeah.
plastic gun in there. Pass that on over.
No one is safe.
Oh, that's amazing.
It's a temporary.
Wow,
Nobody's
thank you so much.
safe.
Who's the name of the guy?
We're finding out.
Okay.
So we'll definitely thank you before the end of today.
Yeah.
Also, I want to give a thanks out to John Dodson, who is the first to create and send off
Our magic carpet.
our magic carpet for the party to use. I understand we have. Yep. I understand we're gonna have quite a few magic carpets coming in, so we'll probably be swapping out as it's used in, as the game progresses.
It's gonna
'cause
be the
that's
magic
amazing.
carpet.
I love carpets.
Exactly. So it's gonna be the amazing Technicolor magic carpet.
Matt, who
And
sent
Matt,
these to
who-
us for our birthday?
Matt Aberney, I believe.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Thank you for making these t-shirts.
If we're saying your name wrong, I will say it right next week. I'm sorry, but you're awesome,
You're
and we love your
amazing.
shirts, and we're gonna wear your shirts next week.
Abernathy, I think. it is.
Abernathy?
Abernathy?
I think.
Yes.
If we're butchering it, I apologize, but we love you.
You know who you
Also,
are.
I had
Thank you. They're awesome.
I had one of the first run of these critical role shirts returned to me. I'm not sure who, someone from Canada, so if you could email me and give me your right address.
Yeah, we'll research that and figure out who it was. We'll get it to
I'm
you.
not sure who it was, but I had one return.
Yeah, if you're from Canada and you haven't received your shirt yet, go ahead and email one of us and we'll figure it out if it's you or not. So we'll get it to you one way or another. A couple other quick announcements for you folks. Let's see. First off, I want to remind everyone that our intro music for our wonderful intro you just saw, written by the amazing Jason Charles Miller, is on iTunes. So if you want that as like a ringtone or just have the music, you're welcome to go ahead and find it on iTunes, download it. It all goes to him because he's amazing and he did it for us for free. So
yeah, and it rocks.
it's a great song. It gets me pumped. Also, other questions come up recently asking what our soundtracks are for the show that I play for situations, the music that I run for the show for background and situations.
Travis is outside.
Okay, we'll go at Travison. We have a grog arriving. And Scanlan shortly.
Scanlan's in traffic.
Yeah, but we'll be here soon. So the soundtracks used for the game generally stem from a website called Incomtech by Kevin MacLeod, who writes great royalty-free music. He's given us permission to use it, as well as Plate Mail Games, which does great soundtrack and atmospheric music for RPGs, and Midnight Syndicate. Also amazing songs. They've all been amazing. So if you guys are looking for stuff for your own games, those are where I find mine. Also, wanted to give a big thanks to our wonderful artist, Kit Buss, who has done all the character art and designs.
Love you.
Kit's awesome.
Love you.
So good.
She's been incredible and is progressing to do more work for us down the road of little moments throughout the game that we'll be able to find ways to show you guys, and it's just incredible stuff. So Kit, thank you so much. You're amazing, and we'll have more to come. Last but not least, 826LA, our charity. Marisha, if you want to...
Yes, 826LA is an after-school tutoring program, and yes, they feature in creative writing and storytelling, and they have a young authors program, which is super amazing, and they also tend to have really cool storefronts. There's one here locally in Los Angeles, one in Echo Park, and one in Mar Vista. But there tend to be 826s in major cities all across the country, so you should check it out and go to their storefronts and tutor the kids and get involved. They're a really good program.
So, thank you so much, Marisha. Let's go check that out. Grog, the chat room bought you
Grog, hi!
another chalice to drink. You now have many things to drink your grog from.
Ooh, that's some fancy grog.
That's a fancy cup.
We all got the
Oh my god!
Grog.
You got a gun, you've got a staff, you've got a, is that a skull of your younger brother?
It's in my
Oh,
ancestry.
the dice holder?
Oh, nice!
Oh, cool.
That's not dark at all. What the fuck? Dagger, bear, mace. I need to put something in this.
Don't call this
Couple other things before we start the game. Thank you for your patience, guys. We have one present here from a Joe Alfano, whatever it is. I haven't opened it up yet. We'll see what this is here shortly.
Ooh, secret presents.
So we'll find out.
Really
A present or
comes
letter or
flying out.
something really cool. We have.
6 subs away from that first giveaway.
Oh, wow.
6 subs.
6 subs
Oh
away.
snap! Matt, a 3x2 flying carpet size for 6 medium-sized figures. Depending on your bases, there may be some overhang. This is one of 2. The embroidery takes some time.
Oh, no.
Kavata, the first time, if not every time, Scanlan rides the carpet with someone else, especially Pike, he has to sing a whole new world from Aladdin. Enjoy, Zombie Joe. That's amazing.
Another carpet.
So we now have 2 carpets, a layered, amazing Technicolor magic carpet. Thank you so much, Zombie Joe. And then we have a great letter that is, I'll probably read at the end of the show today from a Useless Rogue or Scott Ropner. So we want to jump in the game, and this is an amazing letter. I'm going to go ahead and read later on when we have a little more time, so we'll get to that shortly. All right, so I think that gets us up to speed on everything we're trying to get you guys up to speed on before the show. So, welcome to Critical Role. To give you guys a little backstory as to where we are for those who are tuning in for the first time. Oh, you're tuning in to an interesting time. This party of adventurers were tasked to locate an individual, a famed folk hero, a paladin of Bahamut named Lady Kima of Vord, who on a vision quest went to search out and destroy a great evil that was germinating beneath the dwarven city of Craghammer in the Cliffkeep Mountains. The party, upon delving beneath the city, discovered it breached into the Underdark, and following her trail, fought past Durgar, ashy-skinned evil dwarves, past mind flayers, and various other terrifying denizens of the Underdark, eventually saving Lady Kima after weeks of her own torture, and discovering that some great evil named Kavarn had unified these normal enemy races, the Durgar and the mind flayers, the Illithid. Also finding that apparently this individual... Yes, sir.
Oh, we should probably just go ahead and do the giveaway because we already got to.
Oh, well, snap, let me finish explaining this and we'll do the giveaway. They discovered this entity called Kavarn, this great and powerful entity, which apparently had acquired a artifact known as the Horn of Orcus that adorns its head that gives it some sort of power imbued by the dark god of undeath, Orcus himself. The party then managed to find its way into a cavern where the Illithid city of Yugg-Voril exists, and after a scry spell, the Akilith last episode unveiled this entity Kavarn to be a dastardly beholder, an extremely dangerous aberration that currently holds at the top of the temple in the city a stranglehold on the Mind Flayer civilization. So, that was where we left off, the party slowly encroaching the edge of this island. And we'll start in just a moment once you do the giveaway.
All you gotta do is let them know to be active in the chat room, and that makes them a part of the giveaway.
Alright guys, so be active in the chat room. That'll enter you as part of the giveaway. We've already hit that, so the giveaway should be happening very soon. So say hello, say your opinion, be around and have fun.
Say Vex is awesome.
That's
Say
right.
Trinket.
Well, so it's a shame Scanlan's not here in the moment, since...
He's stuck, he's really stuck.
He's stuck on the 5.
What's the fleshy thing in front of you?
Well,
That's ears.
These are dried apricots.
Those are huge.
I'm just saying it's a shame because he's right in the thick of
Right in the thick of it.
this sequence here. So as the party was making their way up the shore, they found bits of the ruins that coat the entirety of the subterranean city. They found what looked like some sort of a large stone, partially crumbled fighting pit, and what looked as Vex, Vax, and Scanlan were stealthing over, Scanlan himself invisible, had stealthed over to scout ahead, managed to find what looked like an encampment of some kind, a series of rags and furs, a very large living space for some sort of creature. Scanlan, failing his stealth roll, seemed to draw the attention of whatever entity lived there, which was a extremely tall, large, giant-like creature, malformed, with kind of pale, purplish gray skin, one squinty eye and one bulging yellowish one that was dragging something fleshy and bloody behind it. It turned towards the rest of the party, going to inspect what seemingly created the sound near its homestead. And that is where we left off.
What's the landscape topography, everything?
Right now, you're on the outskirts of the fungal forest that covers large portions of this island. We are right now is on the edge of this kind of stony pit that's dug into the ground. It's about a 15-foot drop down into this pit where the remnants of this encampment was, and left over a large fire pit that's just slowly burning ember coals.
And Scanlan is still invisible?
Scanlan is still invisible next to you guys.
Scanlan also just texted to say, don't kill the giant, don't kill the giant.
Right, okay. Do you want to...
Texted while driving, I might add, don't do that.
Don't do that.
He wants a sex
Maybe
puppet.
Scanlan can just stay perfectly still and you and I can just hide so that...
Scanlan hasn't been to a lady house in a
That's
while.
true. Were there
Isn't that where you guys
buildings
just
around?
No.
There are chunks of ruined buildings in the vicinity, probably a good 30, 40 feet from where you
I think
are.
right-
You guys are right along the edge.
I think we should duck and hide under his covers. His big nasty fur bed.
All right.
I go!
Okay, stealthing away.
Okay, so the two of you leap off the edge of this down into his
Should I
living
grab
bedding
Scanlan
area.
and pull him in?
No.
Okay.
The two of you leap off down. Both make an acrobatics check.
Oh,
No.
Come on, guys.
oh God. Oh, it's Underdark.
Yep. See.
I'm switching dice.
Oh,
Okay, that's much better.
Favorite
God.
terrain makes a ranger very happy.
it's so many dice now. It's ridiculous.
Are you ready?
That's a 22.
Under
22?
dark.
20 and 22. All right. The two of you leap off.
Favorite terrain.
The 15-foot fall is easy to tumble through, and both of you land right next to this large pile of rags and furs. You both quickly dive inside,
This is stupid.
which the instinct of survival prevents you from immediately realizing the terrible, terrible scent of long festering body odor, what sounds like a combination of dried blood and some sort of excrement, as well as what other entities once wore these furs or adorned them on their fleshy self. There are still chunks and pieces of them dried and or still rotting within this pile. So both of you sit there for a second, diving underneath, keeping as quiet as possible. Scanlan
No,
is going to attempt to make a stealth check.
Come on, buddy.
All right.
Come on, buddy.
no.
So,
All right.
all right. As this giant humanoid beast starts lumbering forward, and you can just barely catch a glimpse at him as you guys are hiding from behind. You can see like giant, saggy, fleshy ears, this kind of bulbous nose, and it looks like almost like tumors all across his shoulders and back. And his teeth are kind of broken and nasty. There's black in the gums, and just kind of steps and looks over the edge. licks his teeth for a moment, looks over, takes a couple steps around the edge, glances over towards the edge of the forest. Both of you make a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution.
Against his nasty
Against
ass
his-
As
scent.
the smell itself, it is a terrifying, awful smell.
Or amazing, depending on who you are.
A natural 1, top of the game.
No,
Get it out now. Get it out now.
Natural 1 gets no bonus. That is an automatic
That's
fail.
I should have rolled the one made out of meteorite, but I used the jade
Why?
one.
You don't.
And it all went wrong.
Wait, you don't.
What
have
kind of
dark
choice is that?
it's
Fucked
just-
up, yeah. Meteorite wins everything.
18.
Different energies, man.
It's true.
If Scanlan were here, he'd say, "We need to capture the giant." By the way, so
Okay. He would. He would.
Okay.
he would say that.
All right.
And I'm saying, oh, oh.
So Vex, as you reach over, you notice you put your hand out to shut him up, but an unfamiliar liquidy warm sensation hits your
that's
hand as you
fucking
catch him mid
foul.
vomit stream.
Oh, what?
You manage to muffle some of the sound,
You choked.
but it does.
That's disgusting.
This is really disgusting. I'm sorry, guys.
Good plan.
All right. The creature suddenly whips its head over towards the pile of rags. Goes,
Oh.
"What's that smell?" Grabs the edge, leaps off. The impact of its weight, no more than 10 feet from you, you feel, even through the softness, it is still soft through the nastiness, you feel the impact of both of its giant, thick, tree-like legs slam into the stone right around you.
Make some noise.
What do you mean? What do you want me to do?
Scanlan sees this.
That's ignorant.
Hears this, and instinctively, without much of a recourse, his invisibility fades as he begins to form an incantation.
Oh god.
Thankfully, he's distracted at the moment, but the large entity is going to attempt.
It's so helpful if he was here.
I know. I just wish.
I know he's got a great plan on the 5.
I'm sure he does.
Not texting it to us.
See if he's texting it to me. 'Cause
He,
we don't know what
he
text.
says he wants us
It's
to
texting me the same
capture
stuff.
him.
All right.
Guys,
He's texting me
I'm
the
just gonna
same
sing a
stuff.
song right now.
So no, what he's actually going to do
Oh,
is he's going to cast domination on the entity.
Oh,
That's cool.
That is what he would want to do.
that's
Yeah,
what he
It
would
is-
want
Yes.
if you were here.
So,
To win.
as he finishes this spell, the giant creature, as it starts reaching and pulling the sheets back, it pulls it back right as you guys see its horrible gnarled face right in front of you. Its nose, you can see dripping with liquid from somewhere inside. As you pull back your blade, all of a sudden it stops and looks up, turns around, looking over at Scanlan on the edge, and Scanlan goes, "Hey, go for a walk." And the giant, "Okay," climbs up to where Scanlan is, and just starts walking towards the fungal forest to the edge of it.
What? Maybe call him back here and we can tie him up.
Where am I?
Is that dumb?
I don't know. Come back, come back, come back. Scanlan says, "Come back." The giant turns around.
Make him sit down.
Sit down. It sits down. Still hasn't made its saving throw.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there's a-
Even
can I-
sitting, Scanlan is up to its knee.
Wow.
This, you've seen giants to an extent at some point. A larger creatures, an ogre would be about waist high to this.
Can he talk?
For just reference there, that's about the size. you're looking at.
So he's really small.
He's a tiny guy. He's a tiny guy.
Yeah, he's like Rudy.
Should we capture him or should we just?
I feel like he
Scanlan goes,
doesn't know.
Capture him. Capture
You
him.
told me to do something. You guys aren't
You know
there.
how big he is.
Why?
Scanlan would say, "Capture him."
I know. That's what I'm working through.
Yeah, Vax just backs back into the shadows. Hopefully
Oh.
the giant forgets about him.
Thanks,
It's useful.
vomity
Stealth
brother.
check.
Yeah.
But what if we have him help us fight?
Oh!
Can I bust out my
27.
rope of
That's
infinite twine and
think I
start
can
tying it around him?
No, don't do Kai's friend.
Just
No, I'm not.
I don't
A
think that
lot.
is gonna do much.
a lot, just a whole bunch, as much as possible, because
Alright.
it's infinite. This twine.
All right. You get about a third of the way through wrapping the rope around his body. He kind of just sits there looking confused at you, his jaw a little slack. You continue to wrap, and as you are pulling on the second round, all of a sudden his expression goes from dull slack to angry.
Oh shit.
Oh
As he
shit.
looks down at you, Scanlan goes, "Oops, I think it's worn off." At which point he makes a tense physical action against the rope that you've bound him with. And before you have a moment to react, with a powerful surge of energy, just breaks through all the rope that you had tied him on. You're now standing at the base of him. At which
Go for it.
you guys are on the shore.
You guys are way far behind.
Yeah.
Oh, should we just run?
He's outside.
Scanlan is outside.
Go. Someone let Sam in. All right. So as this giant entity reaches over and is going to attempt to try and slam his fist down on top of you. All right.
You
we're
guys
not
are
even
way
here.
far behind.
Yeah.
Oh,
here.
should we just run?
He's outside.
Scanlan is outside.
Go. Someone let Sam in. All right. So as this giant entity reaches over and is going to attempt to try and slam his fist down on top of you. That is going to be a 21
Against my AC?
against your armor class. Yes.
Oh no, that hits me.
All right.
That doesn't count.
You take 14 points of bludgeoning damage as the hand just slams down onto your sister.
I just run up the thing's back. If I had rolled 27 for that stealth, so presumably I'm.
Presumably, he doesn't seem to notice you there.
Did. Yeah. So I like to stab him in the back.
Okay. Go ahead and make an attack roll on that.
Okay.
Hey, you're wearing a cool shirt.
I miss horribly.
What did you roll?
Oh,
1 and a 2.
guys, this
Are
is
you gonna
bad.
start
Did you roll a meteorite yet?
No, not yet.
You dingaling.
Start.
I hope you guys got my word that you did not try to capture him.
No,
did you?
we didn't, and everything's gone
Oh,
horribly
good.
wrong
Please
because of
don't
that.
try to No, don't capture him. That's a terrible idea.
We had him charmed for about.
You got me
Not what you
killed.
said.
Somebody give you a flute.
Not what you said.
Definitely.
Oh no, it's starting.
Too late.
We're already in the giant battle.
If you'd
We
been
gotta-
here
we
5
gotta
minutes
get in.
earlier, you might have helped shape what happened.
Yeah.
But
Sorry.
You do have one reaction to this. As you stabbed and missed, you've been hit, you have a reaction as well. After you've taken it, you pull yourself from under its fist, and it's now starting to get up onto its feet proper. Oh! What you got?
He's moving.
He's getting up now. He was sitting
Maybe you
down.
can cast-
Bigby's hand.
He already
Grab
hit.
him. Grapple him.
Okay, all right.
Grapple him?
Yeah, I can.
right in.
I can grapple a massive
Right in
he's
it.
right in.
beast.
Right.
How big?
It just says big.
Say large.
Nope.
This creature it constitutes as huge.
Yeah, he's an ogre comes up to his waist.
It can grapple a huge or smaller creature.
That'll do. Yeah. That's
Oh wow.
all right. So go ahead and make the roll, the contested roll for that, if you don't mind. You got this.
I'm here.
You got this. You got this.
What, plus what?
We're gonna find out here in a second. Let me pull up the spell.
I got it right here. Concentration. No. AC. The hand. Oh, the hand has an AC. No. Here it is.
All right. So I got it. I got it right here. Grasping hand. All right. So use the hand strength score to resolve the grapple. So you roll that and add 8 to it. What'd you roll on the d20?
18.
18 plus 8. That's 26.
Shoot.
All right. Versus its athletics. Okay. So as it's getting up, suddenly you freak out, bring your hand up, and you summon that same sparkling kind of wave of arcane energy that shoots out from your hands, forms this giant version of your hand, clings around both his arms and its torso, and tightens itself around its body. As it does it stands up, and it's currently grappled.
Yes.
Good job. You dominated it earlier.
I do that with people.
Yeah.
So mark off your domination.
Okay, got it.
All right.
Do we want to?
Also, the target takes 2d6 plus 5 damage, crushing as you're now grabbing and forcing its body.
That's not very much. 9 points total.
9 points of damage total to it. All right, gotcha. To this wondrous entity.
Yay.
All right. All right, great. So that ends your turn. It is currently grappled.
Do I have a reaction?
It is now your turn. Since
Can
we're
I jump
going over.
away as a reaction? I
You
mean,
can. We'll go ahead and we'll say you've been down here. Scanlan is right here, and you are right here.
Look how little
Not with
Scanlan
Trinket
looks.
because you
Right.
went up to scout and stealth. So that's you there.
Can I hit my earring up and go, giant, being attacked?
Help! Can we go?
You guys hear that? Those of you who have the earrings, shout that out. The rest of you are starting to run up. At full round sprints, yeah, it's not going to be a very quiet walk
Yeah, I don't need to be
for
stealthy
Pike.
now.
That's okay. It'll take you guys about 2 rounds to get there.
Okay.
At a full round, so
Appreciated.
I just run towards
good,
the pleasant
still good.
smells.
yes.
You guys are like, and I'm
What
gonna
does that
like
present
take out
fragrance?
one of my hunter's mark and one of my sleep arrows, and I want to shoot it with my sleep arrow.
Oh, a what?
Okay.
I have a sleep arrow.
Awesome. When
I
did
don't
that
know
happen?
sleep.
I bought them, but I want Tiberius to make me more.
You what?
I've asked for more sleep arrows if you can make them.
It takes a while for me to do that.
Oh shit.
You also
All
still
right.
have a grapple arrow.
And that I know.
So we got 2 rounds to the.
But after
they live through.
the rope, I
Yeah, no.
I sleep.
All right. So,
It takes like at least like a few hours to make that as well.
oh, it makes a while to make a sleep arrow. Yeah. It takes like a. We'll go on later. All right. So you go ahead and you pull out single arrow first or sleep arrow first.
Sleep arrow first.
Okay. You realize if you damage something at sleep, it wakes back up.
Yeah, put him asleep. Put
Yeah.
him asleep.
Saying if you do sleep arrow first, you hit him, and then you do a second.
Go, go,
damage.
go,
Oh,
go,
okay. I'll hit him with the first arrow and then I'll try to put it. Okay, smart. Thank you.
Just letting you know.
Good call. Good call. I know, right? 25 for the first hit,
Okay. 25 definitely hits.
and then 8.
Beautifully.
16 for the first hit,
16 damage for the first hit.
and then sleep arrow. Oh, natural 20!
Yes! Fantastic. Go ahead and roll damage on that.
Rock
Get used
8
to
plus
that
7 is
sound.
15, 16, 17 plus hunter's mark.
Did you multiply the dice?
Oh, no.
Critical hit.
Oh, sweet. 8, 16. Do I add the 2 for the bracers
Yep.
on that?
Not the multiplication. No,
Okay.
it's after the fact.
16, 20, what is that? 23, 24, 25,
25.
plus hunter's mark.
Yep.
5
Nice.
for hunter's
30
mark.
damage.
Put him in a coma.
Get
Nice.
He's
All
not
right.
just sleeping.
So as it's still standing up, and you see like as he's standing up now, he's reaching off to the side and he's pulling a giant club up that was kind of leaning against the side of the inner portion of this giant fighter's ring.
Good choice.
As he pulls the club up, you pierce him in the arm with the first arrow, and he looks down at you angrily with his one giant eye glaring at the smaller one. The second arrow pierces the smaller eye, and he kind of pulls the arrow out with his like his fingers, like little tweezers, angrily. I will say, because it was a critical hit on a sleep arrow, normally what you would roll is 5d8 to see how many hit points it can affect. Go ahead and roll 10d8 for this. It's not, it's not damage. This is just to see whether or not you can put it to sleep.
Oh, really?
Oh, he's gotta have him.
Yeah. This is who the game.
That's 12. Okay.
Need help. Yeah, we can get it.
Oh, good, good, good.
16.
Or
I've got it. I've got 28, and then I get.
No,
Oh, another
4 more.
I've got access to this thing. Let me show you.
Turn up.
But I've got to have one.
So you're at 39.
Math is happening here. Action math.
Wait, one more.
Action math.
47.
47?
47. Okay.
Nice. That's some
So,
hot math.
The arrow pierces him and he pulls it out, and you can see for a second the eye gets a little.
Oh, come on, come on.
Flicks the arrow off and it snaps as it leaves his fingers, and he glares down at you with his other eye angrily. Shrugs off the effect.
No! Man, that would have been. That's impossible!
Would have been really cool. Unfortunately, he still has a lot of hit points left. Sleep arrow is something you kind of glide into later in the battle.
Ah, that makes sense.
Oh, that does make sense.
How many would have done it?
Can't tell.
No, you're still on the beach.
Did I still do 47 damage on the
That wasn't-
sleep arrow? Or that was
Oh
just...
no, you still did the 30 damage on the sleep
Okay,
arrow.
okay.
That was just to see how much hit points it would affect if it was going from to sleep. But a nice try.
Alright.
All right, so that ends your turn. That brings us back to the top of the round between you guys. We'll wait till the rest arrive before we do full initiative. We're just running off of the sequence of events here. Did you want to move at all, or are you going to stay right here?
I want to run as far away as possible from him.
Okay.
And I fly.
So as you start running backward,
Uh-huh.
we'll say to about there, he has a very long reach with the club, and he's gonna swing at you as a reaction. So as you go bolting, he just takes the giant club around, whoosh, streaks it across the ground.
Grapple.
Yep, which means he's in a bad situation, and he, because he's grappled, which means he can't move from his current spot. He's being held in place. His speed is 0. But he still manages to roll a 14 to hit.
And he doesn't hit me.
All right, so woof, just jump over the club, roll off the ground, turn around, get your bow back in ready position. Untouched. That's the end of your turn. Now it's his turn.
Oh god.
He is going to. You are. Cause you let. Did you throw the daggers, or did you leap up to try and backstab him there?
I tried to backstab him, so I'm.
So you're right there. He's
gonna shit on me.
Spins around, bends down, and just glares at you with his one giant yellowish eye with almost like a slit pupil in it. As it does, you feel this strange oppressive force come from the eye into your mind, and I need you to go ahead and roll a charisma saving throw.
Roll the meteorite.
I'm going to use the meteorite.
All right, come on, meteorite.
Not the Aquafina.
That's better. 17.
17?
Yes.
You managed to resist whatever effect this was. You kind of just shrug it off. It kind of looks at you angrily even more and takes its club and slams it into the ground like a giant pouty child. And looks like it's... yeah, the smell is still present in your face. Pulls its club up to prepare itself for its next round. That's its turn. Oh no, sorry, and it also makes one attack. It gets to use the evil eye and one attack. So angrily it's going to come up with its club and slam down towards you.
Yes.
That is going to be a 15 versus AC.
No, sorry.
Can't roll worth crap today. Club comes down, actually breaks a good portion of the stone on the side of this that comes up falling backward and tumbling into a pile inside this pit as you dodge out of the way. That ends its turn. No, you're up.
I'm up?
Scanlan, you Scanlan first and then you.
Okay.
So Scanlan.
Oh, me?
Yes.
I get to do more?
Yes.
Oh, but he's a giant and I'm a little thing.
Yes, you are. Yes, he is.
I guess I should hit him. I'm gonna hit him with a lightning bolt.
You should come in close.
Okay.
I should come in close?
Then I can fuck him up.
Oh. But he's big and I'm little.
No,
Yeah, you're real little.
Seriously.
You're like the size of a toe.
But honestly, he can still get you from where you're at,
Yeah.
unless you move further away.
So it's the same. Right up against him or 5 feet back. Same. If you move away, he's gonna take a swing. I'm not saying any of this. I'm just thinking it furiously.
At me. You can yell that across. I'll just make your. Does lightning bolt come from me or
Yes,
can
it comes from you
me?
and it goes in a straight direction.
Well, then I have to move anyway so that I don't strike Vax or Vax. So
You get the feeling he has about a 15-foot reach with this, so as long as you stay within that reach, you're still in melee.
will I hit either of my fellows from where I'm?
Currently, yes.
Then I need to move.
Where are you gonna move?
Well, they can't take it.
That ring, is that high, low?
It's 15 feet up, so you kind of like jump down into the ring if you wanted to go down there, or you can move around this way.
Oh gosh, I don't really jump well. All right, I'm gonna jump into the ring, I guess, and then can I shoot from there, or will it be the wall be in my way?
He's big enough for you to be able to see him.
Okay.
So you leap off the side. As you leap in the air, he glances over with his large eye and does a backswing.
Oh
with the club in midair, trying to basically baseball swing you.
He'll hit me.
We'll find out. That is an 18.
Oh yeah.
Okay. You take 19 points of bludgeoning damage as he
T-ball.
like backhand swing hits you. Go ahead and make an acrobatics check.
See?
Because your landing has not been completely thrown topsy-turvy, the impact throwing you off your balance.
Does a 20? Is that good?
Oh!
Will do.
Natural 20?
Like a cat, you correct your trajectory in midair and still 3 points land. Down below, you're down in the pit, you're looking up. This gargantuan, humanoid is still standing above you, looking down, hissing at you as you still manage to not be affected by its swing at you. You can now cast your spell if you'd like.
Okay, I will cast lightning bolt on his face and neck area.
All right.
Good.
So go ahead and roll 8d6.
8d6. Give me those sixes.
Boom. With his reflex.
I need all of them.
Give it a
dexterity.
sixes.
He does not make a saving throw. He is too slow at that size.
Yes. Yes. Ooh, a lot of sixes. Six. What am I doing right now?
Yeah.
You guys are running up.
31.
31 total?
Yeah.
31?
All right.
Nice.
All right, drop it.
Yes.
So after you land on your foot, you turn around and reactively just fire this bolt of bluish arcane energy. It streaks up, slams into his face and shoulder area. You can see he rears back from the pain of it kind of reaching up in the air like he can somehow fight off the lightning bolt. As the bolt passes through him, it leaves this like burn mark on his chest and the side of his face. Smoke is up off his torso. He looks very pissed.
Do I get my bonus?
You do.
Can I give inspiration to Mr. Vax over there?
You may.
I don't know, can you?
There you go.
Some Jethro Tull up in here.
I got the worst end of this deal.
Yes, you're singing.
I will say the mild echoing sound of mildly off-key whistle following a mighty lightning bolt is inspiring enough. Go ahead and take a D10.
Fair enough.
And now it is your turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna use that.
Multitasking on
I'm gonna use that. I want to make an acrobatics app. I want to jump up on this guy's knee and then dagger right into his strange eye that he tried to mess with me.
Okay, so are you going directly for the eye?
The eye, yeah.
All right.
So I want to jump up his body off his knee.
Jump up his body.
Okay.
All right. So what do I do? Acrobatics check
Acrobatics
first.
check.
Okay. So 4. I'm gonna use luck. 19 for the second. So that's 19 plus 13. So I'm pretty sure I succeed.
So as he's like reeling back from the blast of the lightning bolt, you see that opportunity. You jump up onto his partially bent knee, use that as a platform, and leap up in the air. Daggers drawn, slow motion towards its face. Go ahead and make your first attack. Since you are going directly for the eye,
Yes.
I will say that it is at a disadvantage on the attack, but if it hits, it will be considered a sneak attack.
Let's say that again.
I will say it's a
Disadvantage.
disadvantage on the attack,
Yeah.
but if it hits him in his eye,
right.
you'll be able to do sneak attack.
Fucking roll
All
well.
right. Meteorite die. No good. First one's no good. Second dagger. That's good. And that's also good. Identical. So that is a 26.
26.
Yes.
All right, that one will hit.
Thank you, meteorite die. Okay, so this is 1d.
Dirty.
Okay, that's a 2 plus 6 is 8.
8 plus your 5d6.
5d. Oh, this is a sneak attack?
Because you hit him in
Oh,
the
is
eye.
this the second attack is what you did, right?
Yeah.
Technically, you're both going for the eye. I'll say I'll allow it.
Hey, you're a nice guy. 8 is 12, and is 17, and is 18, and is 22, and is 26.
6 points of damage.
Eyeball.
So, first dagger, you tend to swing down. He actually moves his face out of the way and just scrapes across the side of his cheek, doing nothing more than a scratch. But the second blade strikes true, slamming into the side of the eye. As it pierces, for an eye, what you expect would pop. It's still of hardy material. You actually have to push into it, and it's almost like it's full of taut muscle on the inside of the eye. The dagger still drives in, and using your weight, you drag down and cut it open on the bottom.
Yeah.
It screams out in pain and pushes you off. You barely manage to catch yourself on the ground. You haven't seemingly blinded him, but you've definitely left a serious mark on his eyeball.
It's huge.
If you want to use your movement at all, you can, or you want to stay where you are.
I will disengage
Okay.
and move back,
Okay.
which means that he can't take a swing.
Right. You can use your bonus action to disengage.
Right.
Yeah. We'll use your bonus action to do your secondary attack.
I'm pretty sure I get that on top of that as a rogue hoo-ha.
Hoo-ha.
But I'll stay there if you want. I'm in no mood to argue with you tonight.
I know. I'm pretty sure as a rogue you can use your bonus action to do disengage. That's kind of that's one of the benefits, but you used it as a secondary attack to get the sneak attack. So you could move out of the way, but you'll take a swing from him.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I'll move back.
All right.
Sure.
So you move back
Gamble.
to about there.
Yeah.
As you do, he like reaches up and grabs his eye. With the other hand, picks up the club and whoosh, backhand swings at you. That'll be a 19.
That hits.
All right.
Couldn't just let him go in the trees.
You take 19 points of bludgeoning damage.
Scanlan.
But as the hit slams into your back, you manage to just catch your feet underneath you so you don't topple off the top of this edge.
Okay.
It's your turn. What you got,
Hi.
Vex?
I'm gonna do Hail of Thorns on him.
All right. So you pull back.
Yeah.
Same wooden shaft all of a sudden sprouts these nice thorny, jagged spikes from the sides as you release the arrow.
26.
Hits him.
Okay. So that would be, I'm doing it at a level 3, so that is 3d10.
3d10 damage. Go ahead and roll that.
That's 16. Yeah, 16 damage for that, plus my hunter's mark.
17.
17.
And then my second attack?
Second attack. Go ahead and roll it.
Alright. 17.
17 does hit. He's pretty big. He's a big old sack of hit points and no armor.
15, 16, 17.
17.
Oh, plus hunter's mark.
Yep. Don't forget your hunter's mark. Girl.
5 for hunter's mark.
Okay. So 22. Nice. All right. So one arrow hits him in the elbow, and it looks like it pierces the sinew that holds the arm. Almost goes slack for a second before he flexes and tenses it. You hear the actual wood shaft snap as he brings his forearm up. Grabbing his club, turning around, you shoot the back of his elbow, causing him to drop the club on this hand, and he looks extremely frustrated at the process. Now he's got blood streaking down both arms.
Yes!
He reaches down to grab the club again to try and prepare himself for another round of attacks.
Are we there yet?
You guys are just now arriving.
Oh!
Maureen's gonna finish its turn, and then the rest of you guys can go.
Yeah.
He's gonna take 2 swings. First, he's gonna go ahead and angrily leap forward to there, like a small jump, lands on the ground, takes 1 swing at each of you.
Can he move?
Is he still grappled?
Oh, actually, no, that's a valid point. I forgot I was still grappled. Thank you for that.
Yeah!
He's going to try and break from the grapple. His move, that is going to be an athletics of 20. Go ahead and roll a d20 at 8.
Come
Trying to beat
on.
a 20.
18 plus 8.
Oh!
Oh! Break free of the grapple. Can't do so. Is stuck where he is. He currently has nothing in range to attack.
Except for me.
No, you're 15 feet below. He doesn't have range on you at the moment. He tries to take a swing at you, but partially because he's so high up, he cannot move, and because you are so small, you literally just stand there as the swing. Whoosh, the wind blows your hair back a little bit, but it's not find purchase on your body.
Dainty nose.
Completely wasted its turn. Well done. All right, so that brings us to you again. Actually, no. Now goes to everyone else because they've all arrived on the scene now.
Thank God.
So you guys are all starting to appear. We'll say
Don't kill the giant.
this area.
Don't kill him.
Don't kill him?
Don't kill
Still?
him. We need him.
How? For what? How are we gonna
We
use
have a
him?
mind flayer. We have magicians. We have all sorts of things. He
If
is our
we
wrecking
can-
ball. He's our way in.
Yeah, if we can keep him controlled, I can get
Camera over here real fast.
him like mind controlled on our team for 30 days.
Yeah. He is our ticket into the palace.
Alright.
He's gonna be like that one scene in Lord of the Rings.
Ooh, I like it.
That one scene.
Yeah.
Ate the
I
lembas
love
bread.
that one scene.
I
Yep.
speak giant.
All right.
Alright.
All right, so who's going first?
Should we roll initiative?
All right, that's actually up.
Okay.
Oh, we haven't rolled.
Everybody all together now?
Everyone all together now. All together.
Together now.
Good.
All together now.
Is he a giant? Like a giant?
Is considered a giant.
I speak giant.
Hey.
You speak giant?
Say something, Grog.
I speak giant.
Oh, good.
Oh, I can use my brain for something?
All right, so we have 25 to 20. 25 to 20.
Oh wow.
20 to 15.
18.
18. Yeah.
17.
Cleric in the stars.
18.
That close, Ash.
Frank.
I don't like going first.
That close to
Rob.
spitting out all my
All right,
I like picking up the
15 to
pieces.
10.
14.
Okay.
Wow.
12.
12.
All right, so Percy and Keyleth.
Where's my tree?
That actually helps me.
All right, 10 to 5.
It's very helpful.
I hope so.
10 to 5.
5.
Oh, that's me. I'm an 8.
You're an 8. All right, we got Vex.
That's Trinket too.
All right, that is almost everyone who...
One.
Yeah, Scanlan. All right, Tiberius and Pike, you're up first. As you guys rush on the scene, seeing this creature being currently crushed by the semi-ethereal giant arcane fist of Scanlan. Pike, Tiberius, what are you
I
doing?
don't want to see the giant fist of Scan.
Many have
I'll,
before.
I'll follow suit and be like, oh, is this what we're doing? Skyland, what are we doing?
We're capturing the giant, and don't remind him I'm here.
Capture!
Oh, very well. I'll water his sphere and help him maintain him.
Okay, so you go and
Nice.
use your atmosphere.
Yeah,
All right, what does that affect on huge creatures?
like it's a dope ass effect.
That's what it says in the book.
Yep.
As it officially says.
Wizards of the Coast, page 304.
What's the spell name?
It's
Dope
a
ass.
dope ass effect.
Watery sphere.
Watery sphere. Here we go. Got it right here.
It's not in the.
A huge or larger creature automatically succeeds in the saving throw.
Oh.
So as you create the sphere around it, the water kind of forms around its physical form. It doesn't seem to be affecting it. It's large and strong enough to the point where it's thrashing because he's holding it in place, but the sphere is just having no.
Smells slightly better than he did.
It does. They're cleaner portions of his flesh. Yeah, this creature's a little larger than what you're used to capturing with the sphere.
What are you talking about? How big is he?
He's huge! Look how big he is! Look at how big he is compared to us!
You were tickling.
This
is an ogre. There's like large.
I can capture those, but not that guy.
Yes, you were tickling his nipples with your water.
Essentially.
About as high as he
Oh,
got.
alright,
got a little back.
hold on. I knew that. I do that to wash him off. Like
Okay, yeah,
There you go.
he's really
He's much cleaner.
And I'm swirling it around. I'm like, does this feel good, giant?
All right, Pike, what you got?
Okay, I'm gonna make
like a therapeutic.
I'm gonna make a spiritual weapon.
Talk to him next and
What?
I'm gonna make a spiritual weapon.
Okay.
I want to sort of make a kind of a lasso again of sorts, but with a grappling hook on the end, so it'll spin around him real quick
A lariat of truth?
and sort of keep him in place.
Okay. All right. So you're creating a spiritual weapon. We'll say that this would be considered just an additional grapple.
Okay.
All right. Good to know. So you create it. I'll just use this as the spiritual weapon. In its space currently, it begins to wrap around him rapidly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, kink, and finds purchase on its own self, holding it in place. So there we go.
Grapple.
Is that? Do you want to move with your turn, or are you gonna stay there?
Wait, where am I at?
You're right here.
Okay. Yeah, I want to get a little closer.
Whoa.
Just hold on a minute.
There?
Yeah.
He's
okay.
getting closer to me.
The gnomes are like tent
Side.
spikes holding.
All right.
in place.
As a note, real fast, guys. Do we? Let me see if we have the.
currently washing his hump.
Oh my God! Is the book of holder attacking? Is it now?
No, I want to make sure we have the.
You're gonna pull your thing out.
The laser pointers for you guys.
Yeah.
Oh,
Everyone
right.
forgets those every
That's
time.
okay.
Wrapped around.
Oh, do we have more? I've got one right here.
I don't want to do it.
All right. I have one here.
Throw it to that table.
All right, so we have 2 over there.
One over here. 2 over here.
Alrighty. Good enough. Thank you for your patience, folks.
Since it's
Have this.
do I roll for damage or anything like that, or since it's a grappling?
For the purpose of what you want to do with this grappling hook, it's not going to do any damage to him. It's just going to be an additional grapple to him, holding him in place. All right. That brings us to Grog.
I hold off on raging. I can't talk right if I'm like, bah! Freaking out.
You can talk, but it comes through in single words and usually not in a diplomatic way.
Right. So I call out in giant, nipple taint knuckle brew, which means, brother! We seek to fight a great evil. Perchance would thou carest to join us in such a fight? I have ale.
Inspiration, anybody can.
Yeah, would you like to join us?
Wait, can it
Ask
be
him
my
if he's
turn?
clean enough,
Whose
Grog.
turn's next?
Oh, he smells very
Grog,
good to me.
you're next after this is back.
Just appealing to his reason?
Can I go next?
No,
And
yeah.
then help him out?
Well, it's a little late for that, unfortunately.
We're
He's
not
ahead of you.
we're not worth the trouble. But we would love to pay you an ale to join us on a much better fight.
Go ahead and make a persuasion roll with disadvantage.
That's pretty bad. That's the same number.
So
yeah, I got a massive +1. 5.
It worked. I think it worked.
So the bound, twisted, malformed giant creature that's currently held by ethereal rope and ethereal hand glances over at you for a second, and you swear you hear it chuckle. And spits a basketball-sized loogie onto the ground in front of you.
Impressive. Fuck it. I rage. And I attack.
I would say that diplomatic attempt on him would be your action.
Son of a bitch. Can I rage as a bonus action?
You would be raging as a bonus action. Okay. Now, you want to move as well?
Look how little you look next to him.
Yeah.
I know,
You're so small.
I'm like right at testicle height.
Yeah.
Which is not good. No, I'll stay right where I am.
All right. That gives us to Vax.
I'm gonna go stealth.
I hold off.
All right. That brings us to Grog. Not in a diplomat.
Nip, you would. Yeah. Would you like to join us?
Wait.
This is just a little late for that, unfortunately.
We're not worth.
Man. That's the same number.
So
yeah, I get a massive +1. 5.
It worked. I think it worked.
So the bound, twisted, malformed giant creature that's currently held by ethereal rope and ethereal hand glances over at you for a second, and you swear you hear it chuckle. And spits a basketball-sized loogie onto the ground in front of you.
So impressive. Fuck it. I rage. And I attack.
I would say that diplomatic attempt on him would be your action.
Son of a bitch. Can I rage as a bonus action?
You would be raging as a bonus action. Okay. Now, you want to move as well?
Look how little you look next to me.
Yeah.
I know,
You're so small.
I'm like right at testicle height.
Yeah.
Which is not good. No, I'll stay right where I am.
All right. That gives us to Vax.
I'm gonna go stealth. And then this ring is this is a wall, right?
It's a 15-foot wall that goes down into this pit. Yes.
Okay, so going stealth, is that bonus action, or is that
going stealth for this? I would say would be considered part of your move. It just it's a disadvantage if you're stealthing while moving.
Okay.
Wrong one.
Well, I still want to do that, so I'm gonna try to scurry over the wall there and go stealth.
Well, actually, I think for you, isn't hide the stealth ability that you can use as a bonus action?
Yeah, that's part of the cunning action.
Yeah, so that would be it. Yes.
All right.
So it would be your bonus action to attempt to stealth. Yes.
Okay, so roll to stealth,
Yeah,
right?
go for it.
Okay, come on, meteorite die. I'm using luck because that was terrible. That was still terrible.
2 luck points.
Okay, all right. I'm not stealth, but I run over by.
What'd you roll? You don't know if you're stealth or not.
5 and oh, sorry. It was so pitiful. 16 and.
That's not pitiful.
It is for me.
All right, so
16 and an 18.
16 and an 18. Gotcha. All right, cool. So you have an 18 stealth technically.
Okay.
So pitiful. All right, so
Yeah,
and
you wanna talk
so
pitiful
you,
for
as
stealth?
far as you know, you may or may not be hidden. What are you doing?
All right. I want to roll over the side of the wall and then just move along over by Scanlan, between Scanlan and the giant, and just hold my attack.
Okay.
I can trigger that down the road, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or you wouldn't be able to wait. You have to wait till the next turn. You can't hold part of your turn. You've already taken.
Then I'm gonna stab him in the knee.
You had him.
Okay, so are you just like shimming along the side, or he's 15 feet above you? You're down 15 feet. You would have to throw a dagger to hit him at this point.
All right, I'll throw it in his face.
Okay. Currently bound. Kind of easy to see. It's really ugly. You throw
Okay.
dagger up towards him with your action.
All right, that's no good, and then the bonus action is also no good.
You've already used your bonus action to go stealth.
They're gone.
What'd you roll?
4 and a 5.
Plus.
Plus. I didn't sleep at all.
Tell me what your final numbers are.
12 and 10.
Yeah, both those unfortunately miss. You fling both. Unfortunately, the process of jumping down and running as you chuck it at the end of your movement next to Scanlan. Even though he's bound, you're a little off your game, and it just cascades out of sight and then vanishes, peering back on your belt. That brings us to Percy and Keyleth.
I'll go first. Okay, I'm going to. Where am I?
You're over here.
Okay, I'm going to scoot in over here and make my way. And as I'm running by, I'm going to take a shot at his kneecap and see if I can prone him.
Okay.
Not bad news. Are we still trying to capture him?
Make my way, and as I'm running by, I'm going to take a shot at his kneecap and see if I can prone him.
Okay.
Not bad news. Are we still trying to capture him?
Yeah,
That is still
I'm
the
just
goal,
going to knock
right?
him down.
We are.
To the
Okay.
group.
I think we're trying.
And
Fine, being
you can
good.
do like non-lethal damage.
20.
So like
20 hits.
20 hits.
And he's grappled.
He's grappled and he's now prone,
Twice.
but I'm going to do my 1d10. I'm going to do my 1d10 damage.
Double grappled. Shit, Fairy's already grappled.
And I try to talk to him.
And that's 15 damage.
He's really.
Okay.
Takes 15 damage and he's prone.
sweet.
Don't follow me!
And I'm going to finish just scooting
I will.
down there.
Okay. So, as you shoot out the kneecap, he tumbles forward over the edge.
Oh, what?
This way, both of you guys make dexterity saving throws.
We can't win!
Wait, that's a clip.
Let's go.
It's a 50-50 shot on which side he fell.
What? Where's my dice?
Spend a grit point for that.
Really? 20. Here. Oh, here it is.
15
Got it.
or 5 15?
19.
15.
Plus what?
Do dexterity saving throw.
17.
17.
Come
you
on,
both
man.
managed to just leap out of the way. Boom! Landing onto his back on the ground.
Do we get free attacks on it?
No, but you may be crushed by an extremely
Okay,
large
I'll
person.
take it. That's a plus. That's a positive.
Alright. Percy, is that on your turn?
I'm not doing anything else for this turn. That went poorly.
Okay, Keyleth.
Okay, I am going to, can I move, like, what, can I get to him?
He's 15 feet down. You can move up to the edge here. Look down and see him on the ground currently, sort of restrained and struggling on his back.
If I turn into a snake, can I get down there? Big snake.
You know what? I'd say you would be able to.
I'm gonna turn into a giant constrictor.
Okay.
You're gonna constrict him?
Real big snake. Yeah, I'm gonna constrict him.
Turn into. I'll use this Naga figure for that.
Ooh, that's big.
I'm a
We
naga.
are grappling
Naga
the
snake.
hell out of him.
I'm so pretty. Alright.
Leap down. And you're trying to grapple.
And I try and
And
talk
I'm
to
gonna
him.
start constricting.
All right. So go ahead and make
I'm gonna have to talk to him again.
roll a d20 and
I don't know. I don't know if I can.
what's the strength bonus of the form?
I get a +6. Oh wait.
What's it say for the constricting? You should have the rule there for you.
It's a strength
All right. So you add 6 to that.
bonus, I guess. So 14.
Okay. You start moving. Moving around, and even though he's still struggling in his form, gets one hand up and is holding you at bay. You have not managed to grapple him yet, but you're in the process of trying to. Next round, you can try again. He's pretty strong.
What are you clever folk gonna get in his head?
Vex.
That's me.
Yep.
I am going to, how much, has he taken a lot of damage yet, or we just keep grappling him?
There's been a lot of grappling this past round. He took a lot of damage before everyone else showed up, and it's been just a lot of
Alright, I'm gonna attack him twice, the second time with
You can't see him right now, because he's fallen.
I'm gonna scooch up there so I can.
Just hold him. Just now you see him on the ground.
And I'm gonna take 2 shots at him.
Alright. Both of these shots are disadvantage, because there is Keyleth currently trying to wrap around him as a giant snake.
Alright.
It'll be fine.
We felt that. You have to make sure you don't
capture him.
We are.
Right.
Yeah.
Knock him out though.
So just each attack with disadvantage.
Just roll really high both times.
Wow,
That's good.
Roll really high both times.
26.
That hits. Second attack.
Second attack is a sleep arrow.
Secondary sleep arrow.
Yeah.
All right.
Go to sleep.
Go sleep.
17.
17 also hits.
Awesome.
All right, so go ahead and roll damage on the first arrow with your hunter's mark damage.
Yes. 15, 16, 17, 20.
All right.
And then the second one.
You're putting the hurt on.
That's 10, 11, 12. 16 on the second hit.
16. Okay, and then go ahead and roll 5d8 for the sleep
Right,
arrow.
I only get 5d8.
Yeah, it wasn't a critical hit. Sorry.
Okay. Look at all these dice I have. 14. 20. 22.
22. As the arrow sinks into him, you see him struggling against both the snake form and the big bee's grasping hand. As it struggles and throws about, the grappling hook tightens on its form.
Oh!
Yes!
Sleep!
Sleep! How did you do it?
She has a sleep arrow.
You had another one?
Yeah, I have 3. Just one more.
Now she has one.
Now I have 1.
Okay, he's asleep.
Don't touch him.
Okay.
Everyone whisper. What?
What?
Okay. Shh.
Rock him, Keyleth, rock him.
No,
so-
don't wake him up. Don't rock.
So for the moment, combat is paused. You guys do what you need to, but be aware that every period of time he's going to be making saving throws.
Okay, we have a mind flayer. Can the thing...
Oh, Clarota, can you dominate?
Yeah, Clarota is a mind flayer. Doesn't this is his bag?
Steps forward and goes,
I can.
Yeah.
Short period of time. Or I could just take its mind.
Okay, yeah.
What are you doing? Like, no. You mean like for a snack, though, you're saying?
I would then have its memories and knowledge at my
But you
disposal.
can't control its body.
We need more of his brutish, tankish strength.
So short time means what?
Until it resists.
Oh, Clarota.
So it resists. That's no good.
That's very temporary.
Could you perhaps put him to sleep for the evening?
Or can we figure out a way to restrain him?
We need to rest.
Yeah, can we put the time
prolonged-
down while we're talking?
Because here's the thing, I have an ability where I can use Gaius and cast Gaius on him, and I basically give him a command, and he'll essentially become our
And it lasts for 30 days.
He'll be our big beefy minion for 30 days, and if he resists it, he takes psychic damage.
But
Yeah, we have manacles and we have chains.
Put him in the bag of holding.
Let's freaking tie him down
We
at
also
least.
have
Can we
assault
tie him up right?
or we will secure him, but Clarota, could you prolong the sleep spell for 8 hours so we can rest and you can
For 8 hours, no. Nothing in my repertoire lasts that long. Which is why I say, let me take his mind.
No!
Wait,
Okay.
Clarota. It's a big old feast, I know.
Clarota.
I know, it's a lot of food for you.
I think we just killed him.
You had a snack,
I handed him some jerky. It's
not that long
really
ago.
delicious.
What about Clarota? What about the thing
dear.
he was carrying? Can you eat that thing's brain?
Okay.
Don't worry about his
Oh yeah,
dinner
what was he
right
dragging?
now.
Isn't there a
Let's
corpse?
figure out how we're going to control it.
He was dragging a corpse?
I don't
Okay,
think we can.
let's manacle it. Let's at least try to hold it. Can we try to
Chain it up.
chain it up?
Can you make the manacles Can you engorge?
The creature begins to flutter its eyes for a second. Clarota immediately looks down and puts his hand out and releases a force of arcane sparkles that cover its body, and it falls back asleep.
Can you make the manacles bigger? So giant-sized?
No, they're not. They're inorganic. I can't.
Can we just use chain and tie him up? Because you can't break chain as much, right?
Engorjo? Fuck.
Do we have?
I have.
We have chain drug as
I
chain.
do that one.
Can I?
We chain him
I
up.
have poison.
You and me.
I'm chaining him up.
Yeah.
Poison.
We're chaining him up.
We're chaining him up.
You can do the poison and
Alright.
shit. You can just.
That's a knockout drug, isn't it?
Now.
You don't know much about drought poison.
Damn it.
I just.
Actually,
thought
go ahead and
today-
make a nature roll.
It's weird.
Percy and I chain him up. We use
We're
the
chaining him
chains
up.
that we have.
20.
20. You know that drought poison, for the most part, would not facilitate keeping something alive.
Right. It just pours you guys.
While everybody's discussing, Bax is going to walk down to the center of the pit to take a peek at that hole.
Okay. You go ahead and glance over the top. It drops down for about 20 feet, and what looks to be a series of long, rusted-over metallic spikes. Whatever this pit was previously used for was almost like a gladiatorial experience. You can see what looks like some clusters of old, ancient bones at the bottom, mostly seen disused for hundreds of years.
We should drag him over there just in case he wakes up. Kick him in.
It's fine. If he gets up, then we kill him.
So what are you guys doing?
Can I
You don't.
take
You don't have the
time?
spell, right?
Can I take time if we grab him and I like take a rest and like essentially almost take a 20 to cast Gaius on him?
How long does Giz take to cast?
It's a minute to cast.
Generally takes a minute to cast.
Okay.
Can I do that?
You can certainly try it. We'll see how long you guys keep him restrained.
We have chained him.
We have chained him.
Right.
With our puny chains.
As you
Well,
guys are
we
getting the
chained
chains
him
around him,
around.
he maintains his slumber.
Okay.
You guys continue to bring the chains around. It's a big body, and there's a lot to get around. How much chain do you guys have total, by the way, lengthwise?
It's 150 feet.
We also have our never-ending rope, don't we?
I know, we do have some more never-ending rope, and we can keep using that. A lot of it.
Never-ending rope doesn't grow on trees, though. Let's not
You get
be-
the chain, full length of chain around his torso area. You start getting around his legs. You start pulling the rope around. He begins to wake up once again and begins to thrash about.
No.
He
I keep my.
He rolls a 2 to break against the chain. He's currently still grappled. Clarota releases another sleep spell.
Should we put a
Falls back
fancy
asleep.
robe over his nasty eye so he can't like give you?
Yeah, let's do
Sure.
it.
Yeah, why not?
We have 8 fancy robes. I take one of them and I put it over his nasty pirate eye.
Okay. You take one of your 8 fancy robes you had kicking it in the bag of holding.
They were in the closet
so
and nobody
much
wanted
in the
them, but now they're coming to use. So suck it.
Sleep, hold on.
It is probably the nicest thing this creature has ever worn.
You little petey man.
Just keep that in mind.
This pair of pants hanging off.
Virgin Atlantic right
No, they were in that with the little.
You
infinite
finish
thing.
restraining him with the chains. Who's doing what?
I would like to.
She's just casting,
Does
right?
anybody have a
I'm gonna.
Help me out?
I'm gonna inspire her somehow.
I'm going to encourage success.
I'm gonna inspire her with a song.
I'm going to see if I see anything more than just spikes down the hole.
Perception check.
Keyleth. Oh, never mind. Can anybody make it look like there's a big feast in front of him?
Yeah.
we-
You do see what looks to be some sort of
Wait.
mild glimmer
He's
of
getting-
metal that amongst all the rusty
What if
weapons
when he
and
wakes
armor
up
that
it
have been
looks like
destroyed
we have
down
a
there,
lot of
one
food
seems to have
for him, and we
resisted
can give it to him if
the
he
age
begs.
Okay.
that
I
has stayed.
can
I have a plan on
tempt
50
him with
foot rope.
something
I'm
even
going
more
to try to
tempting.
tie it
possible.
to
Do it.
something on the edge.
There is nothing to find purchase
Yeah,
right here. It's
So
just
I'm
a
going to
pit.
go.
I don't.
Let's do it.
While they're chaining him up and everything, I'd like to walk up and put my great axe just under his chin, just
Okay.
as a reminder.
Keyleth, you're casting?
I'm going for it.
Alright, so we'll
He has to
say.
make us. He has to succeed on a wisdom saving throw against.
Well, we'll get there yet. It takes you a full minute to cast it.
Oh, yeah.
Every round he gets to resist sleep spell.
Percy, could you give me a hand over here?
Sure, all right.
What are you doing?
There's something down in this hole. You think you could hold on to this?
Yeah, no, I've got it. I've got it.
Classic line.
Right.
Actually, no. Just put some straight to sleep. So this spell, he
Used
is
it many
he is
times,
asleep
but-
for the duration.
Oh.
You finish your
Worked on
Gaius
you.
spell.
They all work on me.
Alrighty.
So. There's nothing in this. I keep drinking out of it. There's nothing in it.
Bro, there's a diamond up my butt.
Alright, so we have. Alright, Gez. So it has to make a wisdom saving throw. Sorry, what is the DC?
Like old man with his
Yeah, stop
spell
posing
DC.
for just a second.
Come on,
Spell casting DC.
Against. It's wisdom. Oh, against my spell save?
Yes.
What's your DC? Yeah.
18.
18. All right. As the sleep spell wears off, his eyes begin to flicker, and you see like the strength flexing in his muscle form. As you hold the axe there's one slashed, but kind of not bleeding at this moment eye. It seems that a lot of the fancy robe is absorbed, whatever was oozing from it.
Very absorbent fancy robe.
It glances down at you, and just in this horrible guttural series of phrases and consonants.
What's he saying?
Anyone speak Undercommon?
I do.
Oh, it's not giant.
Okay. What? The two of you.
Speak 2 languages.
You do. And
Speak Undercommon?
No, but not, no.
he says essentially, "What have you done? What do you need?"
Oh, I speak back to him and say, Kavarn. For him or against him?
Good, no, good, yeah.
It's like a political
Its eye slowly tweaks over back towards Keyleth and
She's
says,
the one.
What do you ask of me?
Oh, got it.
Follow our orders. Help us fight Kavarn. Vex, how do you say follow our orders in Underdark?
Oh, it's,
Is that
I-
the accent is on the?
I'm like,
Yeah, you got it. This
Was
you
it?
got
back at the start.
yes, very good.
The giant takes a moment, and his head nods slowly, like
Is it like a French person?
kind of, yeah, like okay. Manages to get the gist across.
I don't know what you're saying. Oh, I understand.
How do I say kill? How do I say kill?
Oh, no.
I look at him and I go, Kavarn!
God, that accent was terrible.
Shut up, Percy! I'm not from here, clearly.
Everyone knows that now.
All right.
Kavarn.
He just looks down at the chains and kind of looks expectantly at you.
Okay.
Oh,
Take the chains off.
should we take the chains off?
I believe we should take the chains off.
Make him agree first.
He seems to be in agreement,
Alright.
best you can tell.
You roll. You
I
roll
start-
with us.
I start
You-
taking the
You
chains
are
off.
posse now.
Very carefully taking the chains off.
You take the chains off, and as each hand is free, kind of like shakes it free. All of you kind of jump back for a second and places it on the ground, stands up to his full height around you. I assume that you're no longer a Naga as you cast the spell. Eventually, he gets to his full height and stands there looking down at all of you, kind of glancing around, grabs the large, hardened piece of wood and stone that he's kind of fashioned this club out of, and just kind of glances and says to you, translate for her.
Where?
Where?
Man, a few words.
He wants to know where.
I saunter up. Hello.
Oh.
Christ.
I'm really impressed. Are you our friend
Tiberius,
now?
do you speak Underdark?
I don't think he can understand you. I'm having a. It's there's
Undercommon.
already a
But that's what I meant,
translation
Undercommon.
barrier
Oh,
going
wonderful.
on.
Tell him to follow our orders.
Oh, it's-
Yeah, that's all he needs to know
I
for
already
now.
told him that.
Oh, good.
He's in our posse.
Oh, well, if he asked where.
He's asking where. We should tell him.
But tell him to stay for now.
Well, you here for now.
She's gonna translate.
You
I love this.
we
Like a
roll together.
Jesus.
Go ahead, translate that.
Vex, you got that? Could you translate that?
Did you want to tell him what she
I'm
said?
trying to say.
Yeah.
We rolled deep.
I speak Keyleth. She's saying that he should wait here until our instructions to attack.
Okay. Go ahead and translate that.
slings the club onto his shoulder with a hefty. You all feel the actual impact on his body, even just the nearby presence, the air around him being pushed. Looks at you for a second. Looks back to Keyleth and gives a solid nod and just kind of stands there.
Sweet.
Cool.
I take that as a good nod.
Will this keep up while you're sleeping? Just
It keeps up for 30 days.
30 days.
So we're set.
We're fine.
Awesome.
I walk up to the giant and
Spank
I
it.
take out my jerky again.
Pull the reins.
Can we
Don't
heal
spank
him?
the giant.
There you go.
If we heal him, will it cancel it?
Vexalia,
Really don't spank the giant.
What?
ask him what his name is.
His
Hey.
hand reaches down and completely envelops your fist. It,
Watch.
and just pulls away. Jerky is gone from your hand, and you feel probably a few scales went with it.
I grunt at him and ask what his name is. Vexalia.
Do we all have to say it that way? Vexalia?
Just glares at you.
Oh, come on.
I'm gonna tell him he's handsome. Pulp, pulp, pulp. Pulp, pulp, pulp.
Come on.
I'm gonna tell him he's handsome. Pulp, pulp, pulp.
The big eye squints in confusion at the tiny thing and just keeps licking the remnants of beef jerky off its fingers that it just robbed Tiberius of.
Likes the jerky.
Well,
I thought I'd try.
Let's
what
take
should
a
we
nap.
call him?
I think we should name him.
We should name
We
it.
should ask his name and be polite.
No, we did.
He didn't give
We
it.
should
so-
name him Tiny.
Tiny.
That's fine.
Vax
That's how you
and I are getting something out of there.
All right, so the two of you guys move towards the pit. You're what? You are
I'm lowering him down on a rope.
okay. You hold on, you get down. It's the spikes now up close. You can see are about 5.5 feet in length.
Yes.
At the base, about that wide, and pretty nasty, jagged, covered in whatever rust, soot, ash, and
Tetanus,
finest
yeah.
bane there. It's nasty times. It's gonna be a little careful to get in there without hurting yourself. Go ahead and make a dexterity, just a straight dexterity check.
That's a 25.
25. You manage to, Mission Impossible style, swing underneath, grab the rope, manage to keep yourself at a lithe side angle where you reach between two of the jagged spikes, reach out and grab this metal pole that was kind of shining, pull it out, and it's an intricate gold and bronze javelin.
Oh, you found booty?
Pull me up. Well, I can't use this.
What is it?
It's a javelin. It's beautiful.
Were you like inspected?
Beautiful things should go to Pike, I think.
Oh, Scanlan, but
Jesus.
she has really good aim.
She doesn't really throw sharp, pointy things.
Oh,
This would be
I'd
good
probably
for you,
throw
big
it in
guy.
with
Yeah,
all
yeah.
that.
I just
Straight
feel
up,
that the
that's
gold of the
I'm
javelin
gonna
would match
inspect
the
it.
gold of your
Check
heart.
background check.
Oh,
23.
23? Okay. Just enough.
Yeah, I'll
Still
take
holding
the
it.
javelin.
Tell me about it.
Oh, this is, of course, the javelin of lightning. This javelin is a magic weapon. When you hurl it and speak its command word, it transforms into a bolt of lightning.
Sounds a little reedy.
Yes. You know what? I'm not on the clock. You read.
Bolt of lightning, 5 feet wide. Basically, it's just lightning, but in a javelin.
Yeah.
Pass it on the ground.
I'll
I
take it.
spin it, rotate it in my hand, handle towards Grog.
I have something that's magic.
All right, so
Oh boy.
you guys now stand on the outskirts of Varil, or a little ways from Varil and the fungal forests. In the distance, you can barely see the dull greenish glow of what encompasses the top of the temple. What is your plan of action as you've now bound a Fomorian to your will?
I feel like we should hop down into the pit.
Of spikes?
And rest.
No, not in that pit, in the big pit, and rest and use, and that way we're blocked
Just
from you.
before we
Heal
rest.
our- what are we
Heal
calling
us.
him?
Tiny.
Tiny.
He's
Heal
a
Tiny.
he said
Heal
he's
Tiny.
a Fomorian.
Just before we rest, does anyone have knowledge
call
of his
Frodo.
race and his
Fomorian.
species? Any of his weaknesses or strengths? And can I do a
I'll do history check.
history check?
No, this would be more of a.
Yeah, that's a 1.
Oh, can I do
History
it?
check. What kind of check?
This would be a. This would be just a nature check.
What? Are we checking?
Just to see what are his strengths and weaknesses. What about his race?
Oh, the Fomorians. Well, the Fomorians.
Fomorian.
Fomorians.
Fomorian.
Fomorian.
Accent is just
FOMO.
How would you roll?
An 18 plus 10, so 28.
All right. And between you and your understanding of the Underdark as well, you managed to suss out Fomorian is a long cursed species of giant that lives in the Underdark specifically. That's why its form is so malformed and physically messed up. They are inherently very evil, very selfish creatures, and the fact that you even have it in your presence says well of your magic, but also means it's probably very, very, very minimal in its control or ability to really help you, unless it absolutely has to.
The giant guy?
So.
Yeah. It's a cursed giant. Well, I mean, it sort of has to.
Right?
It
Doesn't have to do with all its
starts
heart.
to fry his brain if he doesn't.
Sometimes things might want to take damage depending on what you tell it to do.
Right. It all depends on what we say.
Hey,
Well, can we ask him?
So you're riding a very fine line, keeping this thing not thrashing and smashing your head right now.
Can we ask him? I mean, if Kavarn is annoying to him, or if he likes him?
You ask him an Underdark?
Yeah.
Or an Undercommon?
Yeah.
The best you can get out of his response is the equivalent of, I don't really know or care. I hunt. I find things that wander too far from the city. And occasionally squash a dwarf or two.
Do we know what sorts of things he either hates or likes?
We've got a distraction.
Oh yeah.
Like, forget the fight. We can just send him off into the city, and that should be enough for us to sneak
pretty
in.
good too.
Yeah, that's true.
I am not setting foot in that temple quite yet.
No. We'll come up with an idea, but I mean, at least do something.
And who?
Is it safe to sleep next to him, or is he going to attack us when we sleep?
Might be able to box him up, or maybe we should chain him up while we sleep or something. I don't know. I mean, he should be okay.
No, we can take the watch like we normally do.
Yeah,
Kima kind of looking at him and says, I'm not sleeping next to it.
I'll sleep near you, Kima.
Her eyes for a moment seem to dart to your shoulder where you had previously shown her your awkward purple third nipple. I'm fine, Scanlan, but I appreciate the offer.
Suit yourself.
That's just a sentence you don't hear very
I
often.
have a question. But you said he's a cursed giant?
Meaning not him individually, his actual species long ago is a line of giant that was cursed by the Fae. To be this horrible form.
Well, let's rest.
Yeah.
In shifts.
Maybe we can chain him up to something while we sleep.
As long as someone's watching,
we
it
don't
should be
want to
fine.
seem aggressive toward him.
Yeah.
Oh, fine.
He's fine for 30 days.
Who's taking the first watch? All right.
I'll take the first
I
one.
gotta heal up.
I'll sit up
Well, hang
with
on.
first.
What are we doing from here? Because it's
Well-
gonna dictate what I take.
That's a good question. We're not going to mount our full attack,
Are we?
Why not?
No, we are not.
Why not?
Why not?
I am telling you right now, I am not setting foot in that thing's lair.
Okay, tell us why.
Until when?
Until we figure out a damn way to get it out of that lair.
You want it out of the
You
temple?
want to get
Absolutely.
We're not going to be able to do that.
Percy, I'm
not
saying
gonna
this
be-
right. I'm saying this right now. I am not stepping foot in that lair.
That's fine. We're not going to be able to get him out, I don't think.
Wait, which layer?
I think we can, actually.
Well,
My idea is this.
Okay, yes, please tell us.
With the new addition of our giant friend, we do have a great advantage as we can definitely make the distraction, as you said. I propose Keyleth and another stealth member somehow see a way if there is some kind of ventilation that leads into the major butthole's chamber. And
The temple that you won't set foot in. You want
Yes.
somebody else to go into.
absolutely.
All right.
And when finding this, craft some type of piping system where we could smoke him out. If he has to breathe, which I believe aberrations need to breathe and eat.
Do I know that? Do aberrations need to breathe?
Best that you understand, not a lot of study has gone into the breathing apparatuses of certain aberrations, and the few that have been close enough to a beholder haven't really tested that theory.
All right.
If we smoke him out and he cannot breathe, he must leave the facility. And if we go in there, we will be at an extreme disadvantage in many ways than we realize.
How are we going to smoke him out?
I just proposed the idea. I don't know, but that's what we all need to figure out.
Okay, I've also got an idea. I mean, what about that whole plan to break apart the apparatus that was holding the Elder Brain together?
That's my thought.
I think we need to go over the top. Once a distraction is in the city, blah, blah, blah. Go over the top, acid that metal, break it
Or
apart.
giant that metal.
Giant the metal. I think it'd be hard to get the giant up to the top of the temple. But
we can send the
this
giant
is a
beating on
brainstorm
the front
session, everything's
temple
positive.
doors.
Yeah.
Well, not everything.
Acid, whatever, break it apart, release the illithids from his control, and then we'll have them on our side. At least not our side, but against
That's what
him.
I'm talking about.
Absolutely.
That's what, so they're all prisoners, right?
All of the illithid in the city are his prisoners. He's controlling everyone.
Oh, so I'm sorry, I was misled earlier. So this is the good part of the plan. We do exactly what you're saying first.
Oh, so, okay.
Afterwards,
That's good. I like your
Clarota
plan
here-
so far.
Clarota here will rally the illithid to fight for us. That's when we smoke out the beholder.
Except, of course, that by doing that, we've destroyed the roof of the chamber, so that'll actually just be nothing but ventilation.
Yes.
We
No,
do
no,
it-
it was already open,
We do
remember?
it a different
Yes.
way. We don't go near him.
Is
We
it
do
open?
it a
Do you know
different
that
way.
it's enclosed?
I can get the giant
It was
inside.
open.
I can get the giant inside the temple.
Has the brass
Ooh,
crossbar
I like that.
and what appear to
The
be
giant inside the
door.
temple.
You know what though?
Turn into
The
an ant.
beholder will just take control of
talking
the
about
giant.
destroying.
Bring him with
Glass.
me.
He'll just take
Turn
control
him
of
back
the
into a
giant.
giant.
And
Or
then
some
smoking
sort
him
of
out.
glass.
sort of translucent
What if he
material
just
that
takes
fills in
control
the parts that aren't the
And
brass
we've given him
crossbar.
a.
That we're talking about
Big
destroying.
weapon.
The room
Right.
that he's in is sealed up.
I think we should keep the
It
giant
appears to
as a
be.
distraction.
I also have an idea.
Yes, Glow.
Ice cream and peanut butter mixed on a cold stone.
That'll never work. It'll
my
never
God.
work.
Thinking about it.
Stone cold, I don't understand.
That is
Thinking
incredible.
about it for days.
How would you get the stone cold enough? You would need all sorts of sides to add to it to fold into it. It's a terrible idea.
I told you I don't like thinking.
And then also another idea. What if you used your pillars, right, against the beholder and kind of trapped him in? Can you do that?
I am not going anywhere near that
All right.
thing.
All right. What if you're outside the temple and you cast pillars and then we go in? And you stand outside, Tiberius.
Suppose that could work, possibly.
Still don't
What
know
if
what
you're on
makes you
top?
think.
Can
This
you
has to
cast
be line
pillars
of
from the
sight,
roof?
right?
To where you want the pillar to come out of. Yeah.
Right, yeah. So actually, that could be, let's work. I could do it from afar, maybe on the carpet.
That gives us something to hide behind, right? At least with his eyeballs.
We
Yes.
still have to go through the fungal forest, right?
Yes.
How long is how far is the forest before the city?
Alright, so to bring the map on top here, where you guys currently reside, which is this portion here, you imagine, based on the distance you traveled, you have about a mile or so before you get to the city.
A mile.
Maybe a little over a mile.
Man, I wish we had some cold stone right now.
Actually, about a mile and a half before you get to the city, which is
Right.
about 2 miles from the temple.
Does that sound amazing?
Find a frost giant.
We can leave this fucker here, go mix some peanut butter and ice cream. Everybody's happy.
My plan is growing on me.
Should we nap?
Let's take a rest.
My charisma
And-
is super high.
What are we gonna do? We're just gonna go in without a second plan? What are you gonna do?
How's
Tomorrow we can stealth in and get some intel.
Yes, let's do that. Let's
Actually,
send the stealth.
has already been attempted to be healed this day.
That's right.
Oh, we can do it in the
Liam.
morning.
Yeah, it's like a once
We
a day
need you
type
to
thing.
stealth in and get some awesome recon.
But that means you'll be at risk.
We're going to need to destroy the mechanism.
But why do we
A suicide mission?
I'm
Yeah.
a fucking
He was
hero.
born for
That's
that.
That's
the
where you
big
say
one.
danger is your third
The
middle
big one
name.
is releasing the Elder Brain. We need to do that before
Yeah, we
It's in
don't.
the same room.
Okay, here's my thing.
same
Why do we need to do
the
reconnaissance? We
mechanism-
already
the
know
crystal
what we
is
We've
need
the
already
same
done
as-
it.
We don't need
We've already
reconnaissance.
done
Well, we
reconnaissance.
saw through Keelith's scrying.
Right. So we know what's going on.
Somewhat.
We know that there's a mechanism inside that room. We know that that's probably what's keeping the brain.
We should just go knock on the door.
What we need to do,
Hello?
Not necessarily.
Mike's on
we need to get up kind
We
of
should
close.
do some recon. There might be
We've done
creatures
recon.
around there that we can distract, use to our
I
advantage.
feel like we
something.
should get up
Yeah.
close, release the giant,
ding-dong
fly
ditch.
up over, do our shit, and then take
All
it.
right, but we don't know how we're gonna break that thing.
Acid.
We don't have acid.
We have acid.
How much?
I bring out the yellow vial.
And we've
have
got a
this.
bunch of acid in Grog's
do have that yellow
bag.
vial.
We have 4 acid
This is the
vials
thing that's
plus
going to
that.
hurt it the most.
But we don't know. That could make it stronger.
Well, I mean, I could do some like heat metal and.
Could
in
you turn this
and-
in like to an
I feel
arrow?
like we should save that acid for the beholder.
Remember, the argument was also that it'll be magically treated to withstand gentle or simple acids.
I'm going to
But
take.
mine
I'm
is-
going to take.
Well, the elder brain
my yellow
casing
vial.
was.
I want
Not
to. I want to
necessarily-
experiment on the liquid
grass cross.
Yeah, cross.
I want to do a couple things. I want to first take, using my little kit, I want to just beaker off a tiny bit of it and expose it to some organic matter to see how it reacts.
Okay.
And expose it to a little bit of
good. We
inorganic
can know what
matter
it
to see how it
fucking
reacts.
does. That's
Okay.
great.
So you take a bit of the kind of swirling yellow orangish viscous fluid out of. You place it against some organic matter, which you find somewhere in the vicinity, partially rotted chunks of flesh from the pile that the Fomorian was sleeping on. As you place it on, it blackens the flesh around it, and there is a sizzling sound.
Interesting.
Yes.
Now I want to try it on some inorganic matter.
Which organic matter?
Do we have any metal?
I
We
have a
some
dagger
metal.
that I never use.
I have a sword
I have some
that's just
rusty,
sitting there.
rusty instruments.
Rusty instruments.
From
That's
the
good.
torture
You have
room.
a rusty trombone.
Sorry.
5 minutes in the penalty box.
I don't understand.
I use my minor illusion to create a wah wah.
I would like a couple things. I would like one of the rusty instruments, and I would like one of the diamonds, please.
Yeah, here.
No!
Yeah, you can have it. Here.
Oh, Percy, why?
So that we find out if it's going to be useful. If it's just acid, it won't do a thing to the diamond.
How about a sapphire?
That's,
Or a
that's
sapphire,
good point.
fine.
Then my fine blue
diamonds are so
sapphire that's
strong.
been in here for a year and a
Diamonds
half.
are
you can
super
have it.
strong.
Care for some cold
Sapphire's
stone.
pretty strong.
And some cold stone. I want to try it on some ice cream with peanut butter. I want to
saying.
mix the acid in.
I'm saying, let
Add
it
some
talk to you.
raspberries.
Let it talk to you.
I would like raisins.
So you're putting it on.
On one of the rusty instruments.
All right.
And on a sapphire.
What's a
All right.
rusty trombone?
As you
Oh, pie.
Really?
Shutting it down.
Google will answer that at the break.
Shutting it down.
Chat room, please help out Ashley.
No,
Go.
So, as you take a dab of it and you place it on the rusty instrument, which actually looks like some weird hooked crowbar type implement, the rust immediately cleans off, and the metal underneath begins to slowly warp and bend and then dissolve at the place where you dripped it.
It's good.
Placing it on the sapphire, it kind of coats it, slips off, and begins to burn the ground around it with the sapphire.
Interesting. All right.
Good on metal.
Good on metal. Not so good necessarily. If the
That's
glass
okay.
if the glass is glass, the glass will break. If the glass is something else,
Sapphire
we may have to burrow through it.
Sapphire's okay then? Is it clean? Does it have any of that?
It's coming back to me. Don't reach for it.
It's. I'm going to clean off the
Clean it
sapphire.
off. It looks like there are very, very minor pockmarks across the surface. But yeah.
We're good.
What
We're
happened to the
very,
metal?
very good.
I'll take the sapphire back.
I can possibly. I'll make sure I learn heat metal, and I can heat the edges like of the cross beam.
Nice. Okay.
And then if we can maybe even, if we can have like Grog bring something heavy.
I
that
think
just,
a
like,
big weight once
after
it's
we've
been acided.
Why don't I just jump on it?
weakened it.
Well, it's on the top of the temple. That's what I mean.
think
If you
the
can
heat
jump
metal
on it,
will
but you'll be going down with it.
Weakness. I think we'll just heat it.
We all got it.
I'll lob an idea
Hot
in.
metal defense.
We've had a lot of success flying around, right? What if, and I don't know who does what, but what if one small group flew in with Tiny in the form of a mouse, and then
Dropped him.
with instructions, and drop him, and in mid-fall, Cursed Giant lands at the front door, and if you're on the flying carpet dropping him, you get out of there.
What if Cursed Giant lands on the metal beam after we've already weakened it?
Yeah, I like that more.
That's good too.
Yeah, that is good.
But
Vax, if
you could go ape shit on us.
No, not if he's alone up there. What if we do it?
I think what Vax is proposing is to create a diversion
Draw
down there while we
away
work on
from
the
the hole.
while we work on the metal. Try to weaken it.
Yeah,
get-
I think
us will do far more damage.
half the
to
team gets into position on the top of that thing. The other half splits off, drops the giant. The giant goes ape shit for like a minute, right? Drawing help away from the beholder, drawing attention down there. And we wait for a minute, then start pouring acid, and Grog smashes
Slamming.
it with his
Grog
fucking
smash.
forehead.
Yes?
Yes.
Can we have Can you like levitate or do something to move a giant boulder that we can drop on top of it?
Of course I can.
Can we recap on your... You looked in using your magics, and you saw... I mean, can we tell us what she told us?
I have advantage to recall information about anything.
I mean, essentially what you had seen in the vision was within this room there was that giant brass, kind of gold, bronze-looking structure that, almost like an upside-down Christmas tree. It comes to a spiraling point above the Elder Brain pool, which is an raised platform in the center of the room. To one side there are two large cages that contain what look like some sort of skinless creatures that are currently being experimented on. In the far end of that room, there is a table that was set up with implements. It's probably in the process of what Kavarn has been just having fun toying with flesh. On the opposite side of the room, it was shrouded in darkness, and that was where you saw Kavarn reveal itself out of the shadow.
One question. If we break the thing at the top and the upside down Christmas tree falls into the Elder Brain pool thing,
That's bad.
are we going to kill all of the illithids in the city in one fell swoop?
Yes.
Well, according to Clorota,
Which at this point, as you say that, Clorota goes,
That is not an option.
Right.
Not saying it
No,
is
we're just trying to see if maybe we didn't want it to happen. We just were making sure it
They
wouldn't.
didn't.
Yeah, you mentioned that the Elder
Elder
Brain
Brain
was
was-
pretty protected from physical damage.
Yeah.
There was lots of magical enchantments and stuff.
Oh, that's right.
It is a powerful entity, but it has its limits in its currently weakened form.
Okay. What if
Must
you
we attack
cast Featherfall on it as right when we did it, and then we can move it out of the way?
It works on creatures. I'm not sure I could do such a
I have a
large-
terrible idea.
Great, let's hear it.
I'm full of those, but let's hear yours.
What if we break the fall of the device with Clorota?
Clarota? What about why Clarota?
I'm so sorry.
The giant tiny?
Kima. He means Kima.
No, I'm saying what if we lure it into the center of the room and then drop the ceiling on top of it?
Oh, you mean
Yes.
Kavar?
Kavar.
Clorota is currently stepping back with a look of confusion and
Sorry, this is
I'm a bit
distrust.
tired. I'm so
Your
sorry.
name is confusing to us. This is why we wanted to call you Clarence. Sorry.
At the term Clarence, you see the tentacles and they go.
Oh, he's warming up to it. I think he's
turn them
like
into
it.
Clarota, how much does the crystal weigh?
upside down Christmas tree.
I do not know. I was not around when it was created. I didn't know it existed until you saw it. I have not been in this city in months. Nearly a year.
I think it is definitely an option though. If we can lure it out of hiding and get it into the center of the room.
Yeah, I thought the Elder Brain was directly below it, so it would have to step on the Elder Brain in order
Is
to...
the Elder Brain directly below it?
Seems too complicated.
It's not
What about
one
TV
large
and
mind,
TV?
right?
One
Wasn't
goes
it?
with the
Wasn't it
giant,
bunches
creates
of
a
little?
distraction.
It's a
The other
series
thing goes
of
on top.
the way you saw it is it is a cluster of brains that are kind of merged together into one large hive mind mountain.
Okay.
Who
What
wants to
if
go
we-
up on top?
And then the
Who would want to
What
go
if
down?
instead
And that's
of...
what's fucking-
Okay, hang
Yes,
on.
let's say crystal Amore a
What if
metallic
instead
structure.
of letting it fall before we fully break it, we like take the rope and
Or
rope
chain.
it and chain and then just
Swing
like
it?
lift it and then take it away.
Or just
Or
swing
just swing it so it doesn't fall all the way and it goes at a pendulum.
Complicated engineering.
Achilles, what does the structure look like again?
It looks like a beehive.
Family up?
It looks.
And it's made of
It looks
metal
maybe some
and glass?
It's a slowly, like a spiraling mass of metallic pipes,
So there's,
tubes,
like, if I'm not
metal
mistaken-
bands that just slowly twists and comes to a gradual point, like I said, like an upside down Christmas
So
tree.
if it falls, it would be
Yeah,
bad.
but-
Very good.
Right.
In that case,
We can swing it.
Many structures like this, we won't have to maybe do any of that. If we could just merely bend the structure, I believe that would compromise the magical integrity. Usually structures like this are designed for a particular arcane reason. If we were to merely damage it, Grog, you could just, as you do to
Oh, you were
most-
looking to me to bend it? I was like, can you metal bend? This is awesome. There. You want me to get my sweet hands
I
on it?
mean, I could probably help as well, along with Clarota. But That
You're also
is an
assuming
option.
How do I get to it though? I mean, if we break,
Flying carpet.
I can't. It doesn't carry me.
It will only carry you.
It could carry a grog, and that's about it.
I could be like that pilot at the end of Independence Day that's just flying up into the.
I'm back! You are Randy Quaid.
Randy Quaid, which I've always aspired to be. I'm in.
Are we 100% certain there's no nooks or crannies or holes or anything? We don't want to go have a look?
Yeah, we should go have a
Scan
look
them around the
tomorrow morning.
carpet and...
We'll have a.
Go have a look. Why? Just
Why?
wanna get
Because
caught.
no,
You're
we're not gonna
assuming
get caught.
we know everything
With a
there is to
bomb.
know about the structure,
know everything.
about the city around it.
Look,
I don't think we're gonna know
talking about
anything.
a chance to gamble with his life. Let's let him do it.
Yeah, we should go. We should know all we can know.
I'm just wondering what more you're gonna find out from a flyby that I couldn't find out from my vision.
Well, I don't know how to tell you the things that you don't know yet, because you don't know them.
Hold on, Vax. Are you planning on going alone? That's
Take this
silly.
guy.
Oh, good.
That's even more
All the
silly.
stealth checks lately have been perfect.
You can go invisible. We'll just take a peek.
Should we do it? Should we
Let's
nap?
do it.
Let's
You
nap.
guys
Go.
do it.
Let's
Nap.
take a rest.
We
Nap
we
time.
nap.
Nap
and rest.
time.
All right, so you guys take an evening of rest. We'll take this as our break, our little quick 10-minute break, guys. We'll make it quick so we can get back to this because we have a lot to try and cram into this evening.
United as one.
So we'll see you guys shortly. Wait, do we have a...
I have a quick announcement.
Yes.
So Malhadale was the one that sent you guys.
Malhadale.
Thank you so much.
I love
Send me
him.
this?
Gramercy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Please.
that was actually for Matt, and
That
you know,
was
I
for
just
my
wanted
lord.
to call that out on screen because
Well, I'm keeping it.
I think he has a Dragon Ball.
Yeah,
I got in trouble for saying it was yours.
that's fine.
I think the mouse is actually keyless and the staff.
I'm not sure. Those were sent from the mouse, and the
That's
bear was
for-
sent by somebody else. So just
Okay,
yell
gotcha.
at me in the chat room and tell me whose that is.